Hi guys, today I'm going to make the game. How to make shoot the target game. Click the create button first. Then after that, click the costumes menu. Hover over to this sprite and click paint. Delete the two cat costumes for now. Now rename sprite 1 into target. Then after that, let's make a red outline because targets have. So make sure set the outline width to 20 and in is a white one. Take this. Now, after the outline is finished, center it and make it sure it's big enough. Make the size 177 by 177. Copy it and make it smaller until it fits. The second one is going to be this. You can make it smaller to adjust. And paste it again. Make it smaller. You can also paste the small ones as any size as you like. Not just my sizes. Take outside the box just to stop it. Place this smaller here, like this, until it reaches the small part. Now, after the circle is done, now remove outlines and draw a red circle. Make it like the size it fits. Now, place all of them in the center. Now, after this, your target might look like this. Your target drawing might be big in a moment, but you can shrink the drawing later. First, after that, when the green flag is clicked forever and set size to 60 when the game starts. And we can make clones for this game. Drag a forever loop and drag a wait block. Set it to pick random 5 to 7 seconds. Type 5 in the first window, 7 in the second, and add a create clone of myself block. When I start as a clone, show. Let's see if it works. So I'm waiting for a ton of seconds, and my FPS is going down. Now I see 1. My clone counter shows how many targets are there. Now, add a repeat until touching mouse. Repeat until block over here. After the repeat until block, drag a touching mouse pointer and mouse down boolean. This will make it when it's clicked. Touching mouse pointer and mouse down. This will make it so that when the mouse is pressed and it's touching the mouse pointer, it's going to get that. Now, get a go-to block from the motion section. Go to the operators and drag a pick random block. Set it to negative 170 to 170 for the X position. And for the Y position, negative 140 to 140. You can also adjust these numbers. And after that, drag a wait block and set it like into 2 to 5 seconds. For example, let's start the green flag. My FPS is almost going down and it should start a clone. So it's going in random places around the screen, like the other one. But they're going to random positions about the screen. If you see yours, that means it's good. Name the project, shoot the target. Now, after, for example, when this repeat until touching mouse pointer is done, add the delete this clone block. Click save now. If you want to increase the number of clones, grab a repeat block and place it on the quick clone of myself. I'll put it to like 2 clones. Or if you don't want any more clones, just remove the repeat block and these 2 codes function. Let's try the game out. My FPS is almost running low. Like my FPS is 5 right now. Oh yes, then hit a clone. Hit 1, but it's almost not 2. Or if it's touching the mouse. So if it's not, then drag if then block. Drag the touching block mouse pointer and mouse down block from the contraption earlier. If touching mouse pointer and mouse down, then delete this clone. Also, don't place it on the wait block. Just drag it in now when I start as a clone again and drag a forever loop. Now, you should see clone of the target. When you hit it, it's gone. There. If you want the game, click the turbo mode to make them increase faster. If you want to run this project in Turbo Warp, I will give the link in my Scratch project to the description. Now click the backdrops icon and choose a nice backdrop. I choose let's choose the boardwalk background. Click this button to full screen and it's play. So, we have to wait until a ball appears and my FPS is almost running low. So let's hit the ball here. There, it should go out every second. When you see your screen, you will see many targets and you need to hit them as fast as you can. But if you don't want to use your mouse pointer, add a new sprite into the game. It needs to be an arrow. Click choose a sprite and add the arrow 1 sprite from the library. Now, go to costumes and delete all the arrows, except arrow 1A. Now, rename it to arrow. Now, you can also make any pieces longer. So first, let's click this to make it longer. And use this too. And finally cover it with this one. Now your arrow should be like that. Don't worry if it just mess. You can use a different color for the arrows as well. Now for your arrow, when the green flag is clicked, forever, point in direction, drag a point in direction block, and set it to 30, and go to mouse pointer. Now, it will always follow your mouse pointer. And for example, a target is going to appear, and when you click it, it will almost disappear, right? So, adjust the new code. So, repeat until touching arrow 1, and if touching arrow 1, then delete it. Let's play the game in full screen mode. That's okay if my FPS is low. You can also use another runner like Turbo Warp to play the game. Now, let's find the target. Hit it. It will not. Now, we hit the target. But, we want it to have an animation. So, go to the arrow 1 sprite and drag another one green flag kit. When the green flag is clicked, drag a forever loop into the game. When green flag clicked forever, if touching the target, only touching the target, then it will point in a low direction. I mean in opposite direction. Point in direction negative 120. This will make it so that when it touches the target, it will point in direction negative 120. Let's set the green flag. So when it touches the target at any moment, it will point in direction 120. It's pointing down. And now when it will turn back up, so that the player can know that it's now. When the game is finished, click Save Now and click Share to save your project. And if you're done sharing, and also don't forget to rename the game Shoot the Target. And see you guys, and bye-bye!